Hello and welcome. It's Erah here, and this is episode 1, and the excitement is just overwhelming. It's episode 1 of this weekly talk show, Your Topics, My Talks. I think you might have seen the ads in my story about it. It's just you beautiful ones out there request some topics, and I just come out of the blue, even in my gardening clothes still today, just the way it is, so organically, so authentically, and I just channel it through my higher self and through my guides. And since the morning, since I knew that today I'm gonna go on episode 1, I was just thinking over all the topics that have been suggested. And for a minute I was like, which topic should I choose? Silence, should I talk about veganism, about this and that? There's so many topics that have been suggested. But the only topic that kept coming to my consciousness is acceptance. And if I hadn't accepted myself just as I am, since I've been all day working in my garden with my just a daily outfit, just being me, if I haven't accepted that fact, I wouldn't be here live talking to you and talking about acceptance. And to be honest, I just wanted to shoot here in the meadow, and this beautiful meadow around me of amazing pink clovers. They are everywhere. I'm just gonna share one with you. If these beautiful flowers hadn't accepted the fact that they're gonna be growing for a shorter period of time, then go as a feed for the cows, or just wither and then come again next season, the cycle of life wouldn't go. But for us a human, acceptance is a bit difficult, because with accepting comes a lot of our conditioning and fears that why do I have to be in acceptance? Because acceptance also comes with the fact that we think that we need to be submissive, where in fact acceptance is about just surrendering to the here and now. And that's what acceptance is. So every aspect of our mindset, or every thought that comes through or that lingers within, it can be discussed in so many different layers and dimensions. And to some people, the word acceptance might just trigger them and make them feel that acceptance is submissive, and I cannot be submissive. To others, acceptance mean I just gotta take what I have and then be just humble about it. To some people, acceptance mean to align what I have to divine will, to divine presence, and to divine existence. Acceptance is really flowing with this divine flow, because this is who we are. We are these beautiful, magnificent spiritual being enjoying our human experience. And the first rule of the thumb is to accept that I am in a physical body. I've had this crazy monkey mind. I have to accept that my emotion can spike on a trampoline. I have to accept all these facts about me. Then, therefore, I can just be a witness to whatever is happening rather than fighting. Because most of the time, what happened before we learn to accept, we just tap into this fight and flight mode, and we start fighting our way through life, because whatever is happening, whatever realities around us, whatever circumstances we have, whatever conditions around us, it may not be to our liking, but we are in it because we must go through this experience, and it is for our growth to be through this experience. But our egoic mind always comes in the way, and because I immediately think of myself either less than others, why am I going through all these experiences, why my life is different, why I'm not able to accomplish what others have, why I don't have what others have. So we just tap into a lot of comparison, and this churning inside is never ending, and we become in this never-ending cycle of trying to please and appease ourselves and appease everybody around us, rather than to accept and flow with what's at hand. Because once we accept what's at hand, it just guides us through life effortlessly. It just starts with this one thought in my mind: what I have, what I'm in, the physical place, this physical body, whether the pain, whether the suffering, whether the ailment, whether the job, whether the family, they are exactly catered for me, and I have agreed. Whether I'm aware of that agreement or not, I have agreed and accepted all these circumstances. So therefore, I am here now to experience, but I've forgotten about the acceptance. So beautiful ones, tapping into acceptance requires courage, to be honest. Tapping into accepting requires a trust that what I have right now, what I'm experiencing right now, it's in my highest good. And how do I tap into acceptance? It is a mindset. It is a thought that I can implement in my mind. I can shift my mindset about the limitation and the insecurities and the lack of trust and the fear and the fight and flight mode all the time. And just to start planting the seeds of transformation into my subconscious mind. A new pattern will start revolving around this acceptance. So as I was planning to come over here to the field, I knew, like, since 2 days ago, I've seen all the village women, cutting the grass and piling up the grass for winters for their cattle. And there was one thought in my mind: I might just reach the field and all the beautiful clovers are already cut. And I was with that fact. Even if the clovers are cut, I'm gonna accept this fact that they are not there, and yet still I'm gonna sit in the field and I'm gonna deliver my first episode on acceptance, because that's exactly the now. That's exactly what spirituality is about. That's exactly growing into consciousness is about. To be aware of the thoughts when they come. If your thoughts are lingering in the past, gently and kindly and compassionately tap into acceptance. Consider acceptance as a portal of energy, that it is somewhere within you. Okay? And I believe acceptance has to come with courage, and they both linger in the solar plexus area. So whenever I want to accept something, I want to tap into these two beautiful containers: the courage and then acceptance. Because to accept, I need to gather all my courage to accept what I have in hand and what I am facing. I know life could be very difficult on a lot of us, and it is at those very tough times, at this great shift that's happening, but it's all in divine order. It's all by thy grace that we are here, by thy grace that we're experiencing, and by thy grace we are in lockdown, and by thy grace we are just going through all these churnings of all that lingering, that energy that never served us, and it's not serving us anymore. So the time is very supportive to start accepting this time in lockdown as an opportunity to tap into our own potentials, to start diving deeper into our mind pattern, into thoughts pattern, into the emotions that we've repressed for so long. This is when we accept this now. This now is about feeling this presence, which is me, present in all dimension and realities and nows. And I have to accept that I'm not only this body, I am also the emotions, I am also the physical pain, I am also the thoughts, and I am also a beautiful being of light. And this is the most beautiful acceptance that I have to tap into, so that my life will start taking a new shape, a new reality would manifest for me. So what can I tell you more about acceptance? Acceptance is to love something without judgment. without desire to have an outcome that's suitable for me rather than an outcome that it's in the highest good of all. Acceptance is to just know that I am here now, and maybe in the next now it's not me, yet it is me, but I also want to accept this me. I'm going to accept my light as well as my shadows. I want to accept my cheerfulness as well as the times when I'm upset and cranky or angry. I want to accept all shades and shadows of myself and everything manifest around me. So life becomes more of a beautiful play, and I am in the first row seat, that VIP class, and I am just enjoying myself playing on the stage as well as everything and everyone around me. Because every being around us, every circumstances or situation, it is happening to play this role to teach us to accept at that moment that whatever is happening is not personal, and I'm not a victim, and I'm not less than what it is happening right now or what I'm feeling. I accept the fact that my body is changing with me turning 40s. I'm accepting the fact with this that my lower back pain, it's always a reminder to tap more and deeper into the repressed emotions. I accept the fact that my dog is with me today, she might not be tomorrow. I accept the fact that I am away from my family, miles and miles away. I accept every aspect of it with so much surrender to that now. Then the acceptance, it becomes a state of being rather than I am forcing acceptance on myself. Even in the most difficult times, when we tap into that energy of acceptance, it make us see everything else from a different perspective, make us see ourselves in a different dimension, make us see the potentialities and the possibilities of everything around us and within us. So acceptance, it's about tapping into those moments of deep connection with grace, with the divine, with God, with the source, with the universe, whatever name you like to call that existence, that it's so magnificent and it's so intelligent, and it is everything that's happening around us and within us, it's just catered for us to expand beyond our limitation. And it starts with accepting the fact that we are where we needed to be. Even me with this big buzzing bee roaming over my head right now, always think, why not? Why not? Why wouldn't I take this leap? I need to accept the fact that I can. I need to accept the fact that life is going to test me big time. I want to accept the fact that I am here to experience. Then why am not? Why am not allowing these beautiful experiences to manifest? Experiences might be painful, might be physical, emotional, mental, might be dealing with death, dealing with birth, dealing with loss, dealing with a lot of emotional turmoils within, even physical disabilities. But once we tap into accepting the gifts we have, then we start looking at them as gifts. It starts with bypassing the egoic mind and telling this ego, thank you, you've served your purpose. I am now in total surrender and acceptance to whatever comes forth. I am that I am. I thank you so much for all who joined and be here in this moment. May these words reach your heart. I will leave you with I am that I am. Thank you. I entrust all to be of divine service. It's all offered with blessings, love, and gratitude. I will see you next Sunday with a new topic. Yet to decide what the topic would be. Feel free to message me about topics that you would like me to talk about, and I'll be more than happy to bring this wisdom through onto me and you. Namaste.